Look, you and I have spent a lot of time together. By now, you know what I like, and you can take one look at Astral Chain and see several key features on display. Most prominently, the bright neon urban aesthetic, and one that actually doesn't invoke as much of the sort of grungy, dirty cyberpunk look that I actually like a little bit less. This is pure idyllic future stuff. Accompanying it is exactly the soundtrack you'd expect, being slick and digital at all times, even when invoking elements of other musical stylings. I love the setup of the protagonists of this game. You get to pick your gender, and then whichever gender you didn't pick becomes your twin sibling, and the relationship between the two of you is what drives the emotional core of the story in this game. It's a hack and slash game, and as such, there are a ton of cool, over-the-top, blood-pumping moments I love to think back on. I love all of that stuff, but I don't want to waste too much of your time with it, because those things honestly have very little to do with Astral Chain getting this high up on the list. It's like this. When you play a lot of video games, you get good at video games. All sorts of video games. Few things surprise me anymore, and few games strike me as genuinely challenging. Astral Chain offers a very unique gameplay premise for a hack and slash in that you are actually controlling two fighters, the playable character and their alien-like legion. Now, this isn't inherently exciting. Video games are really good at making you feel like you're doing something when you're really not. Pokemon lets you breathe fire as a monster. Dragon Quest lets you swing your mighty sword of light. Undertale lets you attack with ballet shoes, except oops, those are all actually the exact same game. You're just pressing the attack button and watching an animation play. So the sheer inspiration I felt as a player when I realized there were no smoke and mirrors. This game actually wanted me to pilot two characters in a high-speed hack and slash scenario. One that is already more challenging than is typical for the genre because your player character is not actually particularly powerful. I have never been more mechanically enthralled by a game in this genre. Astral Chain is not hard to beat, but it was challenging for me to have the mental dexterity to feel as if I was truly playing it in a competent manner. Even after finishing the game and engaging with its post-game content, I still did not feel like I had fully mastered what was possible with these gameplay systems. It felt so nice to truly be discovering again. Discovering a new way to play a game, a new way to control characters, and discover new ways for my brain to process digital information in a game setting. I don't know if this is relatable to too many other people, but in summary, Astral Chain does a lot that feels very targeted to me specifically, but more importantly, it is an ambitious game in what is usually one of our simplest genres. It doesn't hide away from the complexity brought on by its premise, and it was executed on by one of the most talented teams in the space in a way that captivated my mind in a way that gameplay systems quite frankly don't anymore.